Hey guys, Lucas here. Thanks for sitting back to my channel. As you can tell, the Tamiya Fox is completed. All put back together again, everything fresh, cleaned. Bushings removed, ball bearings installed, lettering on the wheels are done. What else? Got the really cool black motor. It's the Tamiya Endurance. Very cool motor about what these here, the blue end bell. So sometimes you'll see the red end bell ones. So definitely an upgrade from just your basic silver can and rear motor too. What else? I also got the antenna on here, the metal one right here. You'll see on the old frogs. So very cool. I ordered an ESC for this one, and it was a brushless, and it was a brushless ESC that I got. I didn't get the brushed like I wanted to, but nonetheless, that one's on its way. In the meantime, we have trusty Resto reversible by Novak. That's going to power the car for the run. Inside here, there's not a whole lot of room because you do have limited space in the vintage ones because of the humpback type battery packs. So that takes up some room inside. And but the new electronics and stuff like that should fit in here. Crunchy, but it should fit in here. That way you have room for your driver. So that's pretty much it. If you remember, there was a whole lot of gunk and residue all over it. Now it's really sharp. Just some fingerprints for me, but really sharp looking car, and not too hard to do. Also, I was able to paint the areas that the car needed to be painted, and then glue down the decals. So the car was a blast to do. I'd recommend you guys totally to get a Fox and restore one. Super cool. I had to order a special gears in here for this car. Luckily I found them, so got those installed. Those weren't too not hard at all to do. So as far as complexity, not very hard car to build and to restore. I would say it's pretty everything drops into place. I'm not going to say it's super easy, but it's not difficult. Highly recommend even a novice to get one of these cars and put them together. You can find all kinds of information on how to do that on YouTube or some of the RC car channels or websites that deal with Tamiya. So that's her. Super excited, and without further ado, let's go ahead and see what it took to make the car look like this. You'll see that, and then after that will be the running portion. All that's going to start right now. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and start cleaning the Fox. And I like to use this cheap glass cleaner. It's probably nothing more than just water and vinegar. But anyways, it's not harmful to the rims, because if you remember me saying in the previous video, the rims can get chipped easily, and the gold can come off quite easily too if you use too harsh a chemical. So we're just going to spritz this car a little bit. Just to make things a little easier to clean. I'm not gonna try to hit the decals too much, but I'm just gonna try to get in here a little bit. This is gonna help soften all the gunk off. Then I'll let this stuff sit for about 20 minutes and go with a toothbrush and start brushing it, and then we'll start tearing it apart. All right, so what you're looking at is the Tamiya Fox all scattered about. Just got finished disassembling it, and I'm able to look over everything carefully and see what needs to be done. Sorry if the lighting is off a bit. Let's see if I can cut this on a little bit. There we go. And so I see a few parts that are kind of messed up, and that's like right there. And one of the teeth right there is kind of grinded down a bit on the side. I'll see if I can show you to see it right there. So I've got some things I got to address and possibly try to find. So it's definitely going to be a tricky puzzle. But I find that if I was to use a power drill, I wouldn't learn more about the car. I think me just doing old school with a screwdriver and some pliers and stuff like that, it's slower, but I'm able to process everything a little bit better. So, and especially if my hands aren't hurt. So I do have arthritis, and I'm able to sometimes feel pretty good on certain days, and like no power drills I'm gonna really absorb this. So I definitely feel you if you have arthritis and these things, you have to use little screwdrivers and stuff, can hurt quite a bit. Anyways, so I got to look over everything, clean each and individual part, and put her back together again. Everything's been cleaned, washed, freshened up. I got to go ahead and start putting everything back together again. Luckily, I have some pictures that I took before as I was taking this thing apart. So we're going to also do the lettering on the wheels. They're fresh and cleaned up again. We're going to install, we got the bushings out. We're going to install bearings now. I got my bearing kit right there. They're going to put the ball bearings in this car. And we're going to put fresh oil into the shocks that have been cleaned up. I'm going to use some Team Associated shock oil, and we're going to put Tamiya grease into the gearbox because we have old gears that are with that old grease on there. Alrighty guys, so now for the running portion of the video. Inside I have a lithium-ion battery, a little small one, but 1500 is what it is, so it should be just fine. And then we'll do a little old school battery pack with that one real quick too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hit the road. And she runs great. Beautiful driving cars, these Tamiya Foxes are. That little mild mod motor, the blue inbuild, you can't get better than that for the era, for what it is. High endurance, so this car will run. It's very windy and very cold, but this car doesn't seem to care. Very predictable handling. Those ball bearings help out a lot. Gosh, the wind is crazy today. Now to go old school, just with a little battery pack, the nickel metal 6-cell one. Why not? All right, now for the old school battery pack ones, the 6-cell. Alignment right, and then we'll hit the road. There she goes. Doesn't that look great? Man. Going old school too, so I'm using the one of these guys. So this is what it would be like to run this car. You don't see many videos of the vintage ways. It's really cold outside, so the road's really cold, so the tires aren't hooking up real great, but I'll tell you, this car is a blast to run. Very predictable handling. Speeds around 23 miles an hour. Makes a really nice sound. What a good motor. For this car. What a joy to run this one. I think she turned out beautiful. She runs awesome. Alrighty, guys. I would love it for you to hit a like and please subscribe. Got a whole lot of cool stuff coming up. You're not gonna want to miss it. Bye, y'all.